All right, good morning, boys and girls. It is Monday, March 16th, and start of a new week here. We've got about 7 minutes, 8 minutes till market open, about 7 minutes till market open. So we're just going to do some quick analysis pre-setup here, just get everything all together and in order. Um, let's start by marking out our major areas of liquidity. Excuse me. We do this pretty much every morning. What did I just do here? Oh, interesting. What's this all about? Okay, I don't know what this is. Let's do that. There we go. That was interesting. Hmm. Okay, it looks like we've had a liquidity sweep here during New York session. I am going to mark that down there. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mark that. But that one we are going to mark purple. Oh, okay. This is interesting. There we go. Now a little more cleanup to do here. Oh, looks like my initial assessment is going to be we're going to be um, bearish on, or I'm sorry, bullish on the day. But that's just a super quick look at what's been going on over the last three sessions. I think actually what we're going to be realistically doing is probably something not quite that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we're still in a downtrend and this is just a slight uptick on the 1 hour, the 4 hour downtrend that we've been seeing. But we'll be able to pull back and see that. We still got about 2.5 minutes to market open, and even when it opens, I'm not going to be jumping in right away. So we are going to be taking our time with this. Yes, we are. This is a be patient and let the setup come to you scenario today. We have quite a bit of good stuff going on, so we want to make sure that we are targeting things appropriately here. Okay. Oops, come on. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the highs here. Okay, London highs. There we go. Okay, so we still have this hourly. This one looks like this gap has been filled. This gap's been filled. So we're going to just go ahead and get rid of these. Minute and a half to market open. All right, let's take a quick look at the 1 hour, see if there's any new areas to mark out. Yeah, it looks like we got a couple right on. Okay. couple spots here. This looks pretty good. And another one here. So those could be some areas to target. Um, okay, so in the 1 hour, as I suspected, we're definitely still in a downtrend. You can see here that down, up, down, up, down. We did have a little break of structure down, but we came way down again. We're kind of moving in an uptrend slowly here. Let's see, market just opened, so I'm thinking probably a manipulation up toward London highs and then a drop down is probably what we're looking at. In the 4 hour, I think we're probably, yeah, we're still in a downtrend on the 4 hour. We do have what looks like could be a slight break of structure here, but I think we're still looking at something along the lines of a downtrend. So I think right here is, we're just going to lock in on the 15-minute here and just take a look at what the overall pretty much just going to keep my eyes open for the right setup. There's just okay. I will trade in the Tradeify account to start with here. So let's connect the proper account. I don't know, do we have news today? High impact news that's happening? No, nothing major today. So, okay. Why am I not connecting to my broker? Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, so we have that. Oh, did I just close that out? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so we'll use this one. All right, so now we're good. We got our account set up. Oh, oh, man, oh man. Now we can lock in, get focused on. Starting to see a little bit of an SMT divergence, a little bearish. Okay, we do have a fair value gap here. I'm going to be looking at this fair value gap and the one right here to see the manipulation here in the downturn. And if we break that fair value gap, inverse that on the well, that's on the 15-minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute. If we inverse it on the 15-minute, we should be able to find ourselves an entry. That's kind of where I think we're going to be going. This is definitely a strong SMT forming here. If we break London highs on that too, we've also got a fair value gap down here. Maybe not bad for a profit target as an area of resistance. Okay, looks like we've just touched London highs on ES, but still we've got a major S&T divergence here. So I'm going to be looking for break of structure to the downside and see if we got an entry. You can see here we're nearly flat and level. In here we've got quite a move here where NASDAQ is being much more aggressive as it has been in the last several days last week. Oh, excuse me. We should see this coming down. We do somewhat have a break of structure to the downside right here. No, we don't. We do not yet. That's the low right there. High and a low is a new high. This is the nearest low right here. So that would be our break of structure right there. There's our low. So yeah, we're looking for a break of structure, and then from there, I'll look for something else going on. I think our target for liquidity is going to be right here and or right here. That's going to be our liquidity. We did get a break of structure to the upside there, but we did not get one here. So definitely an SMT divergence here going on. Just got to see if it's actually going to take. This might be a fake out too. A little bit of liquidity here. Maybe they'll pop down here and get some liquidity and come back up. You know, I've seen that happen. Let's just see. Do we have any targets up here? On the 5 minute, you know, maybe through here. We got New York highs right here. That's pretty much it. Oh, all right. So here we've got inverse fair value gap that we can be looking at. Got more of an uptrend going here. Okay, so we've broken there. All right, so we might actually be looking at some positive plays at this point. All right, so I just got to stay patient. What I'll be looking for at this point is an entry. I don't know. This could still go either way. I'm not sure that I didn't see enough of a manipulation to really say it was continuation, you know? You always want to anticipate that the market makers are going to want to manipulate liquidity at some point. They want to be able to sweep up some liquidity. I just don't trust it just yet. I want to say it's going to go. You know, S&P is looking strong now. Could target up here. I just don't have that confidence just yet. I mean, S&P is way above London highs. ES is now below. I'm sorry. S&P is above London highs. NASDAQ is below. You know, I mean, that's kind of SMT behavior. NASDAQ was clearly leading on this because you can see that in the current candle, NASDAQ is below. So I'm going to look for a break of structure on the 1 minute on ES. And then this fair value gap to get filled. And that could possibly give us an entry for a short. I think there's an opportunity there. I just really think that's, I don't know, I could be wrong. Let's see if that fair value gap is respected. That's really going to be the key here. Got a lot of doji candles there. Okay, this looks like it's going to be a buy opportunity now, so I'm going to go to the 1 minute here, see if I can find an entry. There we go. If we get a break of structure here, that's my entry. I'm going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to take 2 on that, as a matter of fact. Now we'll just manage the position. I took it a little high. That's not really good. But we definitely got a break of structure to the upside. So, I mean, this could be the liquidity sweep too, for all I know. I really took it in a bad spot. It really should have been rated a break of above those other highs. I just got to stay patient. Just got to stay patient. It's just a little bit of a pullback. Our target should be those New York highs. I'm going to get out now. Let me see if I'm where I need to be. I need to be at 2,500 to qualify this account. I'm at 2493. Jeez. This isn't going to be smart. I'm getting in just to get a few extra dollars. That's super dangerous. This is a dangerous play. This is not a smart play because I'm pretty much trying to get in to break that 2,500 mark. There it is, 2562. Okay, so this account's qualified. Let's see what we got here. Account summary. 642.72. We'll knock that down. Okay. 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 So, wrote that down. Oh, look at this. And we got ourselves a break of structure to the downside. Okay. Well, with that, let's change accounts here. Oh, wait a minute. Got to log out and log back in because they both use. Could that have been the liquidity? I think it's this account right here. Okay, respecting that fair value gap. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like here. We might still be heading up. Yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of a pullback. That's about it. But we still could be heading up on the 5-minute. Yeah, very much so here. If we get down into this fair value gap and then respect it and come back up, I mean, we still could have an opportunity to get north. And it looks like, at least on the 1-minute, we are respecting this fair value gap here. So as long as we don't get a break of structure, okay, we have a lower high, but if we get a break where we get a higher high, we have a low and a high, which means the low is here. So a break of structure would also inverse this fair value gap, which means we're definitely not heading the direction we want to go. So we'll wait that one out. Here, same thing. Okay, so we'll just wait it out. I don't think there's an entry there on either of them just yet. So we will wait them out. I'll wait for a break of structure to the downside, and then I think we have an entry. We have a break. Technically, we've got a break of structure here, but we've respected this fair value gap. I just want a little more confirmation before we go. If we can close below that fair value gap, I think we might have an entry on ES. Okay. I'm going to take a short right here. And my target's going to be back below this fair value gap here. This could be wrong. Yep, this could be wrong. I'm nervous. I don't think I made a good decision on this, but we'll see. So respecting the gap here, I think I think I made a bad decision here. I think if I get above these highs, if we close above these highs, I might be out. I think I think I'm just in a tough spot right here. Hmm, that's weird. Yeah, this looks like it's coming back the other way. We do have a fair value gap here. I mean, I could probably look at this fair value gap, but I'm already upside down on this. I don't want to have a losing day on this necessarily. It'd be real nice to be able to have a winning day here. We did break that fair value gap, and we did have a break of structure. I mean, all the indicators are pushing in the right direction. Shoot. I think we're going to end up closing this candle. Yep. All right, I'm an out. All right, so the real question is, do we break this fair value gap going up, and then we're headed up again? Because now we got to break a structure to the upside, so I'm going to look for a long here. Actually, I'm probably going to look for a long on Nasdaq. Yeah, probably on Nasdaq. Let's break this fair value gap, and then we'll see if we can get ourselves into a profit target here. Let's go back to the 5 minute real quick. Yeah, we're looking good here. So that's our confluence. We got to break this fair value gap. And if we do, we're in a good spot to go long. Okay. Okay, going long. And our target's going to be right up here at New York. So now we just wait it out. We're going to expect some slight pullback, some slight retrace. Testing fair value gap here. I think we're shaking out some of the longs right now. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that was good. Yeah, we seem to have a working with a bit of a ceiling there. I'm a little nervous. We've got an SMT forming, just like we did before. But that SMT did not pan out that same way. So this might be a short term. And this is, see what we got here on the 5 minute. Okay, little pullback. We're still looking positive on the 5 minute. So I don't know that I'm going to get particularly nervous about this move just yet. Just got to remain patient. That's really the name of the game here. I mean, if we get a break of structure to the downside, that might be, you know, I think something down in here could be danger zone, inverse the fair value gap and break of structure. You know, unfortunately, that's going to be quite a loss on that. So, just really think we're going to get continuation up higher. But the market will do funny things. Oh, we're 30 minutes into the market right now, 36 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can break these highs again and continue our trend. You can see a lot of this is just about staying very patient and just letting the trade play out. You got to stick with your plan, stick with your trade. You know, commit to your confluences, and you know, um, trust that you've made the best decision based on the information you have, and that it's based on your trading plan. This is going to continue to move around quite a bit. So just to iterate why it was I took this trade here. I began seeing that we did begin moving in a more upward trend. The liquidity had pretty much exhausted itself out, at least in my opinion, it had. So on the 1 minute here, I saw that as we had come down, we did not break new lows. We were kind of consolidating along here. And as we came back up, I saw a break of structure here. And then I was also seeing this fair value gap. And as soon as we broke that fair value gap, I entered. And then that gave me a double confluence that we were looking at heading uh, pretty much northward. And then from there, just let the rest of the wiggle play out. And so right now, I want to target these New York highs, but to tell you the truth, I have no idea where I'm at for needing a profit on this to be able to take my first payout. Um, I have not really dumped into the math that crazy on it. I know I've got to be somewhere between 400 and 600, more than likely. Um, and given that I was already down, I don't know. Let's take a look here. Maybe we can have a running 962. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know where I need to be on this. So maybe I should just not look at the money and just look at the trade. Just let the trade play because that's really what needs to happen here. Um, like everything else, gotta let this thing play where it plays. No, this isn't good. Looks like we're going to get a break of structure to the downside. If we break this fair value gap, I'm going to have to exit. That break of structure is unnerving. Okay, let's take a look here. I am concerned. I mean, this could just be a continuation confluence on NASDAQ's looking really positive. Shoot. Yeah, I think we have a break of structure in a downtrend now. So I'm nervous. I think we've exhausted this uptrend. I don't know. Could we have? This is the part where you got to stay patient. This is the part where you've got to stay patient. NASDAQ is looking very, very solid trendy. I mean, solid trendy. And S&P pretty damn close too. Pretty damn close on that stair climb. Let's take a look at the 5 minute here and see. Yeah, we don't have a break of structure on the 5 minute, so we're okay. We're okay. We do have that little doji-ish topping tail down candle, but I don't know that I'm going to get super crazy about that just yet. If we get a break of structure to the downside on the 5 minute, I think that's a more solid indicator that we're going to be hurting. But right at the moment, I don't see that that's what we're doing. It is nerve-wracking when you enter and everything floats right around your entry. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, right now, the way these candles are forming, we're still in an uptrend. I'm just gonna let it sit. Break of structure and an inverse fair value gap here would really be not good. That'd be an indicator that we're in a downtrend. Okay, I like that bottom tail. Hmm. It's a little disconcerting that we're ending a 5-minute candle down. Could that have been it? Are we? I mean, it's literally hanging out right at my entry, which is just. Did a lot of people see the same confluence as I did? Ah, see, now we got an SMT. I'm just seeing some danger signs here that are not giving me the warm and fuzzies. I don't know. I guess I just need to let this play out. That SMT does concern me. Just moving really, really slow today. I don't know. Is this thing tired out yet? I don't know. We do get an SMT forming on the 5-minute. Think it's spent all its energy. I don't know. We get down in here, and I think that's where we're. I hate to say it, but if I get a candle closing down here, I think that's my stop. If it weren't for that SMT, I'd feel super fine and locked in on my assessment and my trade. But that SMT has me thinking that this move might have spent all its energy. Yeah, I'm nervous now that it's spent and we are curling over. Oh man, I'm just we've had a slight break of structure to the downside. See what the 5 minute looks like. We're gonna have a lower high here. But we still got higher lows. So I mean, just because we had a pullback doesn't mean we're not going to still continue in an uptrend. So I mean, really, it's going to be a break of structure down here. This is still my stop right now. If we get a break of structure to the downside in the 5 minute, that's my stop. I think that's a safe enough stop considering the price action that's been going on here. Shoot. Yeah, this is giving me the SMT vibes. Shit. I think it's going to curl out. Yep, it's going to curl out. If I get a close below this low break of structure, then we're done. Yep, we're down below now. Yeah, there we go. I'm out. I'm not taking a chance. All right. Took a loss on that one. Not where I wanted to be. We were up for a little while there, but I think I'm down. What am I down? 386. So we now have a break of structure. And we got a big break of structure there. You know what? I'm going to short this. I'm just shorting. I just at this point, I know I'm chasing stuff here, but to tell you the truth, I think now we are pretty safe to say this is going to move down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the short from the break of structure downside. Being able to pivot quickly like that. And I don't know what my target should be. London or because we do have some short-term liquidity there. Let me see what the 15-minute looks like here. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I like the 15-minute a lot. I think we have room to get down into this fair value gap and then possibly curl back up. So I'm playing a dangerous game here, but I think I think that's what I like right now. Small moves. I just think the nature of these things, we got to play with this fair value gap on the 15. So I'm going to let that one play. Actually, we're already playing with this fair value gap right here. So go to the 5-minute real quick. Yeah, so we got the fair value gap here at London. I've seen this move before where things will move up, hang out strong, and then just fucking tank, just drop. And then take a slow recovery and then move back up. So I think I'm going to just stay put. Yeah, for those looking for where the manipulation happened, had a little more patience. This is probably the better move right here. Oh. If we inverse this fair value gap on the 5-minute and actually fully inverse it, then yeah, we're very, very strong confluence for a downside short on this. So it's fighting. Okay. And it looks, yeah, we barely inverse the gap. Barely inverse the gap. I think I'm going to, what do I want to do here? It wasn't like super strong. We are going to get a little bit of a pullback here, but how strong is that pullback going to be? See, this is where managing this is going to be tricky. Okay. Okay, we're respecting that gap. Now we're heading back up. Boy, I just love tagging that London area. Respected that gap. have no idea what I need to get to. Only $35 on the day. I hate having to watch these numbers because it's not what I should be doing. I should just let the trade play out. I think my liquidity has to be right down in here. I think that's where my liquidity is going to end up. I think that's my take profit. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we'll get out right there. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's what we want. All right, good play there. I think at the end of the day, let me see, where am I at here? 470.22. Okay, let me write that down real quick, guys. Okay. All right. So altogether between the two accounts, that's 1100 up on the day. Um, so that's a good day. Qualified another account. So now my Tradeify account is officially qualified. And on my alpha, I might be due for a payout. I guess we'll see where the numbers are. So I'm going to play around with that and see if I do have the payout. If I do, I will announce that on the recap when I post this to Facebook. When I post this to YouTube, and from there, that'll be it for the day for me. I've got a couple of appointments to deal with today, and then some shopping to do. So, going to be a busy day. And hopefully, we've all learned something here. The patience paid off. I did have a couple of trades where I stayed patient with them, and we did go into the green, but they did not play out to my targets, and I ultimately lost money on them. They were losing trades, but to stick with the trends and to stick with your confluences and your indications and stick with your trading plan, I actually found a better trade on the short where I kind of thought things were going to go in the first place, and it turned out to work in my favor, and ultimately was profitable today. So just got to be smart about where the market's moving, where your confluences are showing you that price action could possibly go, and then go with your best indications, go with your best confluences, and just stick to your plan. Um, avoid the revenge trading, and I know it can be difficult. It is for everybody. If you've got a losing trade that um, you want to be able to make that money back, and of course I did too. I had the two losing trades early on my alpha account, and in those two losing trades I was down, you know almost $400, and that put me backwards on the possibility for a payout. And of course, I wanted to be able to change that. But I also didn't want to put myself in a place where I would just be chasing trades and revenge trading to do that. What I did end up finding, interestingly enough, is the setup actually happened exactly opposite the direction that I originally had put my trade in. And when I saw that it was reversing, I just knew it was a smart move to take the trade right then and there. And um, that one definitely worked out a lot better in my favor. Anyway, boys and girls, that's it for the day, and we will see you tomorrow. I will update the YouTube channel to see whether or not I actually qualified for a payout. This would be a very exciting day if I finally qualified for my first payout. So I might also do a summary video as well, talking about how I got here and what my experience has been over the last 45 trading days now, I believe, is what we were where we're at. Um, anyway, thanks a lot for your attention. Hopefully, y'all learned something and had some insights. And we will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Cheers, everyone.